Hi everybody. So today I want to talk about something that doesn't seem to be discussed a lot or seems to just be glossed over briefly, especially with high schoolers. Life outside of high school and part of what it's like. Uh, it is not everything it's cut out to be. I'm a college student full-time and I work a full-time job, which means I am drowning. I'm drowning in work, not quite bills because I still live at home. I'm blessed. And I want you to realize that if you have the opportunity to be able to live with a parent at home, you are blessed. Because you don't have to face bills and do all that on your own. Don't go into it until you need to, or when you can financially afford to. I'm almost 20 years old and I still live at home because I can't afford to pay rent. Because that is going to cost so much money without considering other things like utilities and just the basic things like toilet paper and just anything. It's all going to cost a lot of money. The biggest thing about college is no one explains what really happens at college, because in the movies all you see is the kids partying and drinking, and that's what you see from your older friends on Snapchat and all the other things. But when no one ever tells you, or what they make a joke out of, is how much homework you will really have if you're not careful with the classes you're taking. So a couple pieces of advice. Don't take the 9 a.m. classes or anything earlier if you can avoid it. I did it my first semester and I was miserable. You think you can go your whole life getting up at 7 a.m., but once you get into college, you will hate it. You already hate it. You hated it before. So why would you actually choose for yourself to be in those classes when you could take classes later in the day? Another piece of advice is, if you can do an online class, if you know you can do well, do it. I take one face-to-face class, which is math, because I know I have to do that, or else I'm not going to learn properly. Every other class I take is online, because I can write really well online. It's been the biggest reason I can work and do my college work at the same time, or else I probably would have to take 2 classes. Another thing is, make time to socialize. I don't talk to hardly anyone. I have about 2 friends and my family, and it sucks. Now, a big reason was I wasn't extremely social in high school, which makes it difficult now. But all of your friends are disappearing off to their different colleges. Make time to go socialize, even if it's just doing homework in your common area. If you're going to a school like out here, there's like K-State, such stuff like that. You know, if you have an area where you can sit in the general public, someone is bound to stumble upon you. If you're really introverted, just sit there. Some extrovert person is gonna come up to you and be your friend all of a sudden, and then you're gonna have that friend introduce you to other friends. And we all know extroverts, they have like 50 introverted friends, and then you become friends with all of them, and your extrovert friend makes you guys go out and do stuff together. Find one of those. Make time for yourself too. Don't overload yourself. Make sure that in between classes and friends and work and all of this other stuff, that you are still taking care of yourself. It is so easy to get lost in the everyday life that college and work and adult life brings for you. But make sure that when you're taking a shower, that you're actually taking care of yourself, or that you can do a face mask, or, I don't know, play a video game, read a book. Reading books is so important, and we forget about it. As kids, we're like, oh, I hate reading. As an adult, you just feel like you don't have time. Put your phone down at night. Read for 30 minutes. Unless you're like me, and then you read for 3 hours, and then you realize you have to be up in 2 hours, and then you're just... But if you can sit down and read a book, and just focus on the book, and not pick up your phone, and not do X, Y, and Z things. Just allow yourself to forget, or just close your eyes, listen to music. Don't think about everything. The advice I've offered to people, find some music that soothes you. Lo-fi music is really good for focusing on other aspects of your life. So turn on some lo-fi. Grab a good book. Just do that. Turn the electronics off. Even if you're watching Netflix, you're probably thinking about something. You're bound to. So turn off Netflix, turn off Hulu, mute your phone, even though I don't know anyone who keeps their ringer on that's not my mother. Just relax. I can't explain how bad I needed this growing up. I went from a school that prepared you for the workforce to a high school that prepared you for college. Extremely hard college. To a community college. I got lucky because I went to a college prep school for 3 years. A lot of people don't have the privilege that I had. So if you're watching this and you're going to a school that you can tell prepares you just to go into the workforce, don't just do the bottom of the barrel. Do the absolute best you can. Study more. Because I'm just in community college and it is difficult, even for me. I was lucky to be an average student. Being an average student where I went to school would have put me at probably the top of my class at my old school. So just make sure you're getting that time to study if you really, really want to go to college. And another piece of advice, college is not for everyone. Sometimes it's easier to go into a trade and learn a trade. You can make so much money off of that, and I can't explain to anyone how important it is to realize you don't have to go to college if you're better at something else. I go to college because the things I'm interested in require college education. But if you want to be a plumber, go to trade school. You can get paid so well to be a plumber or an electrician or be a construction worker or whatever. If you like to work with your hands, do it. If you think you can open a bakery just because you're so amazing, do it. Try it. And the worst comes to worst, you go to a community college for 2 or 3 years, get an associate's in it so you can at least say you went and got a degree so no one can be like, well, you don't have a degree. So that was just my little blurb. I was doing homework and stressing out and felt like I needed to share what I've learned in these past 2 years of college and these past 3 years of working. So, talk to you guys later.